All right, this is how we're going to get our daily host reports for the month. There's no way on Bigo's backend that we can actually get these reports. If you hit monthly, it does the month before. So if we want to hit the broadcaster statistics, host managers up will be able to have access to this. Recruiters and host shift managers will only be able to see the hosts that they brought in. But the rest of you will see this. You're going to hit broadcaster statistics. You want to hit day. We want to change the time so that it's the day before. Today's the 4th, so we want to go the 1st to the 3rd because we don't want to mix up today's data in there yet. We only want to know what was done the first 3 days. And we're just going to hit search. And then we want to export. And then if you're using Chrome browser, just hit your download arrow up there and open up the sheet. I use LibreOffice. I've been using that for years. It's a free program. You may have Excel or something else on your computer, but if you don't, that's a free program you can use. So you want to click in between the A and the 1 so everything turns blue. Right click and copy. I usually close this, but you might want to make sure it works before you close out of it. And we're going to go to the agency data sheet. You all will have access to this later. You don't have access yet. We're going to go to the same thing, the A1 corner. We're going to delete the old data out. And then in the A1, just like we do paste in the regular schedule, we just want to paste the data. So I basically took everything from the one spreadsheet to this because I don't know how to operate the other one or transport it to this. So basically we're going to sort the IDs now so they're all together. So we want to hit column B, sort A to Z. Now it puts, you should only see 3 days for each host as it goes down. So what we want to do here is this column, because of the time, because of the parentheses, it won't code right. So what we got to do is hit that column. We want to add a column to the right. Then we want to hit the E again. Then we want to go into data, split text to columns. And down here the separator will come. We want to do custom. And then we want to put that front quote in there so that it separates the date from the hours. It separates the numbers from the words. Okay. Then we can go back to column F and delete row F because we don't need F. Okay, so here we're going to go next to here on the same row of the last entry because there's only 3 today because we're only doing a 3rd. So right here we just want to do equal. Click the Bigo ID and hit enter. We don't want to do all these columns because we only want to code the totals. So in this case, we just want the 1. Now here, right next to it, we're going to do K. We're going to hit the sum. And we want to do the sum of all 3 of the active days. Because remember, we're only doing for whatever days we do. We got 3 days, so we're going to hit enter. And this is going to add all this for the host for us. So once you do that, then you can drag it over 4 rows. And it's going to give the totals for all of these columns. So we have 1 there, which 1 goes there. Now usually what I do is I just take the name and the host and everything up here and I just paste this to the top just so I know the columns are right. Now this here, how you do the rest of the hosts, you don't have to do that for every host. All you have to do is highlight the 3 sections that we did, grab the crosshair and drag it all the way down to the bottom until there's no more hosts. And it'll code everything for us. So now you see that everything should be 3 lines apart. It's pulling from the last row on each one of them, and all the host data is on there. So now we go all the way back to the top. Now this part's important because we want to freeze this data. Right now it's coded to pull data. We don't want to code it anymore. So we're going to go from J to N. We're going to copy it. And then we want to go to the J1 box here. Then we want to do a special paste and do values only because we don't want the coding anymore. we got the numbers that we need, so we don't need to recode it. Now, once you do that, then we can go to active day. You can sort the column Z to A, and now it has all the data under all the hosts, so you don't have to keep scrolling down to check each one individually. And that's how you do that part. And then once we do our raffles, this stuff should automatically code into the raffles. I'm still working on that though. But the main thing is we can see which hosts are not doing. So like here, any host that's under 0 or even 1 right now, we need to find out why we did 3 days already and these hosts only have 1 day. I try to make it a rule like every other day. So like if this was tomorrow morning, basically anybody under 2 I would contact. So basically 50% of whatever the day report, like this would be the 3rd, so anyone under 1.5, I would see, hey, what's going on? You need help? You can also check their time, Z to A when you're dealing with numbers, and it'll show you which hosts are kicking butt and which ones are just slacking a little bit behind, but this will give you an idea of the hosts that need help. So like here, Angelo, which I'm surprised, he's been on a lot. He's only got 1 day and a half hour, so we definitely need to reach out to Angelo and find out what's going on, because that's not good for him. Now, some of the hosts that may have one day and 2 hours, that's okay because at least they're putting in the 2 hours. But if you see somebody with 3 days and an hour and a half or something like that, then you need to see why they're only doing like a half hour a day or something. And then of course we can check their income. Same thing, Z to A. And this will give us an idea of how far the hosts are. Now remember, the 1st to the 4th before payday, I really want to try to get all the hosts to 75% of what their target is. We're still quite a bit ways behind today on this. But you will also have the data of their targets, so you can figure this out, and I'll probably have it coded for the math to show what the target should be. And then the new fans, this is always good data for us. Same thing for the host. Like right here we can look, fucking Keely Koo is kicking ass, 1,300 fans in technically 2 days, because she didn't really technically get unbanned until the 1st. So she's kicking ass. So this gives you an idea of who's putting in the effort. So obviously if you go down here, like Kobe needs help. He's been on for 3 days, 384. He's got 3 fans. So we need to, help him out because he's not getting up the fan base. This should not be, he's averaging 1 a day. I feel that every host, even a new host, should try to at least get 10 a day. So I usually base this during the day. So basically anybody under 30 here after 3 days, even though some of them didn't do 3 days, those are the ones we need to reach out to a little bit. Because obviously they're not getting much and they're going to get discouraged and they're not going to stream. So we want to figure out what they're doing to help them. So that's why I try to get these reported every day, because you can learn a lot from these numbers. So hopefully that's helpful. If you don't understand it, I'm sure we'll do a few live tutorials, and you can always check back to this video.